As a result of the strategic importance of Turkey and the increasing economic performance, Turkey became an attractive option for foreigners. Those foreigner real persons and companies need bank account for their financial life. The reasons behind to open a bank account in Turkey can be 1. Making payments to the Turkish partners through Turkish banks. 2. Performance of the internet banking facilities of Turkish banks. 3. Trustworthiness of the Turkish banks. 4. High interest rates given by Turkish banks. 5. Both Islamic bank and regular bank options in Turkey. 6. Relocation to Turkey and requirement for a personal bank account in Turkey. 7. Opening a company in Turkey and requirement for a commercial bank account in Turkey. In order to answer the most asked questions related with bank account opening in Turkey, we will address 3 subjects. 1. Opening a personal bank account in Turkey. 2. Opening a commercial bank account in Turkey for Turkish companies with a foreigner shareholder. 3. Opening a bank account in Turkey for foreign companies. Firstly, opening a personal bank account in Turkey. Compared to many countries around the world, opening a personal bank account in Turkey for foreigners are quite easy. However, still Turkish banks require some documents, and additionally banks have quite wide discretion to accept or reject the applicant. Even though it may vary based on the banks and even the different branches of the same bank, the required documents for opening a personal bank account in Turkey are mainly as follows: address proof of the client, passport copy of the client, and potential tax number in Turkey. For the address proof, the utility bill of the client will be sufficient, such as gas, electricity, internet, etc. Additionally, in some countries, the residence address of the citizens is defined on passport or ID. Such documents will be sufficient as well. For opening a personal bank account in Turkey, some banks accept the copies of those documents in English language. On the other hand, some bank requires official Turkish translation and notarization. Also, some banks ask for residence permit to their applicants for opening a personal bank account in Turkey. The potential tax number should be obtained by the foreigner from the tax authority in Turkey. With those documents, the application can be made to the bank. However, as it was stated earlier, banks have complete discretion to accept or reject the applicant. When the application is completed, in all currencies, the bank account can be opened in Turkey, such as Euro, Turkish Lira, and US dollar. After opening a personal bank account in Turkey, in order to use the internet banking facilities of the bank, a mobile phone number should be given to the banking system. Some banks do not accept foreigner mobile operators' numbers for their operations. On the other hand, some of them accept. Banks in Turkey time to time may apply some restrictions for the citizens of the specific countries. For example, currently Iran and Russia citizens face a problem for opening a bank account in Turkey. The process may take a couple of hours. Opening a commercial bank account in Turkey for Turkish companies with a foreigner shareholder. Since increasing number of investors show interest to open a company in Turkey, after their company formation process in Turkey is completed, they need a commercial bank account in Turkey for their banking operations. In such case, the applicant will be Turkish, however. Since the shareholder is a foreigner, identification-related documents are different from the Turkish shareholders. Therefore, in this type of bank account opening in Turkey, it is better to divide the documents as company-related documents and shareholder-related documents. 1. Company-related documents for opening a commercial bank account in Turkey: Trade Registry Gazette, Tax Board, Activity Certificate, Signature Circular, Chamber of Commerce Registration Document. All those documents will be ready after the company registration in Turkey and tax opening. Secondly, identification-related documents for opening a commercial bank account in Turkey: address proof of the client, passport copy of the client. In commercial banks account for Turkish companies, the shareholders may assign third-party signatory for bank-related authorities. However, such delegation should be proved by the signature circular of the company in Turkey. The explanations in the above section related with address proof and passport copy, also the possible restrictions in terms of nationality, is applicable for opening a commercial bank account in Turkey with a foreigner shareholder. After the bank account is opened in Turkey, the authorized director of the company can use the internet banking facilities. Please be informed that, especially foreign-related banking operations, should always be justified with a document such as contract or invoice. Opening a bank account in Turkey for foreign companies. Opening a commercial bank account in Turkey for foreigners is also possible. However, in this case, the possibility for the rejections is more compared to other scenarios. In such case, the banks have more discretions and wishes to listen the reason for opening a bank account in Turkey by a foreign country. This should be made face-to-face with the authorized person of the applicant company. Therefore, the main condition to proceed in this scenario is the bank should be convinced that such foreign company requires a bank account in Turkey. The rejection rate of the offshore companies are more compared to taxpayer companies. When the bank is convinced for the account opening reasons with the listed documents, the process for opening a bank account in Turkey for foreign companies may proceed. Articles of association, certificate of incorporation, certificate of good standing, certificate of registry, circular of signatures, specimen, signature certificate, tax board, potential tax number. In order to opening a bank account in Turkey for foreign companies, all the above documents should be either apostilled or notarized. Additionally, the documents should be officially translated to Turkish. The explanations before for the other types of bank account opening in Turkey is applicable in this case as well, which means banks have discretion and some nationalities may have restrictions. In conclusion, in all scenarios, the bank account opening in Turkey is possible for foreigners. In some cases, at their discretion, the banks might be more conservative. Please be aware that such conditions and procedures may be different in different banks. Even the different branches of the same bank may follow different procedures. Briefly, it can be said that, in Turkey, bank account opening is not restricted, but it's not very flexible as well. Please consult us for your requirements. We may tailor a service based on your requirements.